Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Honestly, I am so incredibly pumped for today's episode. I mean, we've talked about a lot of cities on this podcast, but today we are finally tackling the big one, the heart of it all.
Oh, I know exactly where you're going with this, Alex. And let me just say, it's about time. We are talking about Taipei, the vibrant capital of Taiwan. And honestly, guys, if you haven't been there yet, you are seriously missing out on some of the best vibes and definitely the best food in the entire world.
Exactly. And for our listeners who are tuning in to practice their English, pay attention today because we're going to be using a lot of natural expressions. You'll hear us say things like, to be honest, I mean, or you know. These are what we call fillers. They make your English sound much more fluid and less like a textbook.
That's a great point. Like, if I say, well, I mean, honestly, the MRT is the best part of Taipei, that, well, I mean, honestly, gives me time to think while making the sentence sound natural. Speaking of which, Alex, we have to start with the transport, right? Because you can't see Taipei without the MRT.
Oh, 100%. The Taipei MRT, or the Mass Rapid Transit, is basically the gold standard for public transport. I mean, it's ridiculously clean. Like, you could probably eat off the floor, though please don't do that, guys. It's actually illegal to eat or drink inside the stations.
That's a key word for our learners. Illegal. It means against the law. If you even take a sip of water past the yellow line, you might get a fine. But honestly, that's why it stays so pristine. Alex, do you remember the first time you took the blue line to Ximending?
Oh man, the crowds. But it's so organized. Everyone lines up perfectly. It's such a contrast to other big cities, and is so convenient. That's another good vocab word. Convenient means something that fits your needs easily or saves you effort. With the MRT, you can get from a mountain to a skyscraper in like 20 minutes.
Speaking of skyscrapers, we have to talk about the icon. The big one. Taipei 101. I mean, honestly, can you even say you've been to Taipei if you don't have a photo of that bamboo-shaped building?
Probably not. You know, it used to be the tallest building in the world until 2010. But even now, it's just so majestic. And the engineering. They have that massive tuned mass damper, which is a giant gold ball inside that keeps the building stable during earthquakes or typhoons.
Majestic. That's a beautiful word. It means having impressive beauty or dignity. And speaking of views, I always tell people, if you want the best view of 101, don't just stay in 101. You have to hike Elephant Mountain or Xiangshan.
Oh, the stairs. My legs are hurting just thinking about it. But you're right. It's a natural step trail. It's quite a workout. But when you get to those famous boulders at the top, well, I mean, the view of the city skyline is just chef's kiss.
Honestly, it's the best place for a sunset. But Alex, after all that hiking, I'm starving. Can we talk about the beef noodle showdown? This is a serious debate in Taipei.
The ultimate battle. We're talking about Yongkang beef noodles versus Lin Dongfang. Now, for our listeners, showdown means a final test or confrontation to settle a dispute. So, Sophia, where do you stand? Are you Team Yongkang or Team Lin Dongfang?
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, I mean, Yongkang is legendary. It's in that beautiful area near Dongmen. The broth is so rich and spicy, what we call braised or hongxiao. The meat just falls apart. But then there's Lindong Fang.
Lindong Fang is a different beast entirely. It's more of a clear-ish herbal broth, and they have that special spicy beef butter you add in yourself. Honestly, it's a game changer. I think I prefer the texture of the noodles at Lindong Fang, but the atmosphere at Yongkang is classic.
It's a toss-up, as we say. A toss-up means both options are equally good and it's hard to choose. But if you're in that area, you also have Din Tai Fung. I mean, we have to mention the Xiao Long Bao, right?
The soup dumplings. Those 18 folds on each dumpling are a work of art. It's world famous for a reason. But you know what? While everyone knows Din Tai Fung, I feel like some people miss out on the more street versions of Taiwanese mains, like Guabao.
Oh, the Taiwanese hamburger. It's steamed bread with braised pork belly, pickled greens, and peanut powder. Honestly, the combination of sweet and savory is just incredible. And we can't forget Aicheng flour rice noodle in Zimending.
Ah, the one where everyone stands on the street to eat. There are no chairs. You just grab a bowl of those silky thin noodles with pig large intestine. Don't knock it till you try it, guys. And load it up with garlic, vinegar, and chili. It's a must-eat.
Don't knock it till you try it. That's a great idiom. It means don't criticize something before you have experienced it. Speaking of Zimending, it's such a vibe. It's like the Harajuku of Taipei. Street performers, neon lights, and so much youth culture.
It's a great place to people watch. But if you want something a bit more historical, you have to head over to Wanhua and visit Lengshan Temple. Honestly, the atmosphere there is so heavy with incense and history. It's beautiful to see people of all ages praying and tossing those red wooden blocks to ask the gods for advice.
It's very spiritual, and just a short trip from there is Dadaocheng and Dihua Street. This is where old Taipei really lives. You have all these traditional medicine shops and dried goods. But now, there are all these cool speakeasy bars and hidden cafes inside the old buildings.
I love that mix of old and new. It's the same with the Songshan Cultural and Creative Park. It used to be an old tobacco factory. Now, it's a hub for designers and artists. It's so chic.
Chic is spelled C-H-I-C, and it means elegantly and stylishly fashionable. Definitely a word for our listeners to use. Now, Alex, let's go a bit further out. We need to talk about the National Palace Museum.
Oh, the treasure chest of history. They have over 700,000 artifacts. I mean, honestly, you could spend a whole week there and not see everything. The jadeite cabbage and the meat-shaped stone are the stars of the show.
I always find it funny that two of the most famous historical treasures look like food. But hey, that's Taiwan for you. Even the art looks like dinner.
Speaking of things that are visually stunning, we have to mention the Malkong gondola. But not just the regular one. You have to wait for the crystal cabins.
The ones with the glass bottoms. Honestly, it's a bit scary if you're afraid of heights, but looking down at the tea plantations below your feet is just breathtaking. And once you get to the top, you can sit in a traditional tea house and look back at the city.
It's so peaceful. And it's right next to the Taipei Zoo, which is actually one of the largest in Asia. If you have kids or if you just love pandas, it's a great day trip.
Well, I mean, if you want peace, you also have Yangmingshan National Park, the calla lilies, the cherry blossoms, and the volcanic activity. You can see steam coming out of the ground at Xiaoyokeng.
And after a long day of hiking in Yangmingshan, the only logical next step is Beitu, the hot spring area. The water there is high in sulfur, which is supposedly great for your skin. It does smell a bit like eggs, though.
Laughs. A bit is an understatement, Alex. It smells like a giant breakfast. But the Beitu Thermal Valley, the Hell Valley, is so cool to see. The steam rising off the blue-green water looks like something out of a fantasy movie.
Okay, we've covered the sights, but we need to get into the nitty-gritty of the food. Let's talk night markets. Shilin versus Raohei.
Oh boy. Shilin is the biggest and most famous, for sure. It's huge. But honestly, I think I might be a Raohei girl. That entrance gate at Raohei is so iconic. And right at the front, you have the black pepper buns, Hu Jiao Bing.
Those buns are to die for. They bake them in those clay ovens, so the crust is super crispy, and the inside is just this explosion of peppery pork and scallions. To die for is another idiom, guys. It just means something is extremely good or delicious.
And we have to talk about the hidden gems, the stuff that's not always in the main guidebooks, like Qingguang wheel cakes. These are thick, pancake-like snacks filled with custard or red bean. They are so cheap and so satisfying.
And Bai Shui Dou Hua. This isn't your average tofu pudding. They use ocean mineral water, and it's served with peanut powder and cilantro. It sounds weird, but trust me, the texture is like silk.
Oh, and for people who want to bring something home, Jiangji Hua Long. Their pork paper is so thin, you can almost see through it. It's crunchy and savory. It's the ultimate snack.
I have to mention one more before we run out of time. Showa Romance ice cream in the Dan District. They have this adult-style whiskey handmade pudding.
Oh, I've had that. It's so sophisticated. The bitterness of the caramel and the kick from the whiskey. It's definitely not for kids. But man, it is the perfect way to end a night in Taipei.
Honestly, Taipei is just a city that keeps on giving. Whether you're at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall looking at the massive blue-roofed architecture, or getting lost in the alleys of Zhongshan, there's always something new to discover.
Absolutely. And for our English learners, I hope you picked up some good phrases today. We used honestly, I mean, it's a vibe, and so many more. Try to use them when you talk about your own city.
Well, I think that just about covers our Taipei itinerary for today. We've gone from the heights of 101 to the depths of a hot spring, and eaten everything in between.
It's been a blast. I'm actually getting hungry just talking about it. Should we go grab some beef noodles now?
You read my mind. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing, and we'll see you soon in Taipei.
Wait, Sophia, before we actually go, I just realized we didn't go deep enough into the MRT etiquette. I mean, it's such a big part of the culture. Have you noticed the dark blue seats?
Oh, you mean the priority seats. That's a really important cultural point. In many countries, people just sit wherever. But in Taipei, people are very, very strict about leaving those seats for the elderly, pregnant women, or people with disabilities. Even if the train is packed, people will often leave them empty.
It's a sign of mutual respect. That's a great term. Mutual means shared between two or more people. The social harmony in Taipei is really something else. And the sounds, the little jingle that plays when the train arrives at certain stations, it's actually a different melody for different lines.
I didn't know that. Well, I mean, I knew there was music, but I didn't realize it was line-specific. That's the level of detail Taipei puts into things. It's the same with the convenience stores. I know it's not a site, but 7-Eleven and Family Mart are basically the lifelines of the city.
Oh, totally. You can pay your taxes, call a taxi, print documents, and buy a full gourmet meal at 3 a.m. It's omnipresent. That means it's everywhere at the same time. You're never more than 100 meters away from a tea egg.
Speaking of tea eggs, the smell of a convenience store in Taiwan is basically the smell of the country. It's that herbal soy sauce aroma. Honestly, I find it quite comforting now.
It really is. And you know, we mentioned the National Palace Museum, but we should probably tell people to check out the shuttle bus or the specific MRT route to get there. It's a bit tucked away in the mountains.
Good call. You take the red line to Shilin Station and then hop on a bus. It gives you a nice view of the outskirts. And while you're in Shilin, you might as well stay for the market. But Alex, let's go back to the beef noodle showdown for a second. We didn't talk about the side dishes.
Oh, the braised side dishes lu wei. You can't have beef noodles without seaweed, dried tofu, and maybe some pig ears. It's all about the textures. In English, we use the word mouthfeel sometimes to describe how food feels inside your mouth.
Mouthfeel, that's a fancy one. But it's perfect for Taiwanese food because there's so much variety. Like the aicheng noodles we mentioned, they are very gloopy or viscous, but in a good way.
Gloopy might not sound appetizing to a foreigner, but once you taste that savory broth, you'll understand. And let's talk about the guabao again. The peanut powder is usually mixed with sugar, right? So you get that crunch and that sweetness against the fatty pork.
It's all about balance. That's the secret to Taiwanese cuisine. Sweet and salty, hot and cold. Like at Showa Romance, having that cold, creamy pudding after a hot day of walking around Dan.
Dan is such a lovely district. It's home to Dan Forest Park, which is like the Central Park of Taipei. If you need a break from the concrete jungle, that's the place to go.
Concrete jungle. That's a great idiom for a big city with lots of buildings. Taipei definitely has that. But it's so green. I mean, honestly, you look up from almost any street and you can see green mountains in the distance.
That's my favorite thing about it. You're never trapped. You can always escape to the hills, whether it's Elephant Mountain for a quick sweat or Yangmingshan for a full day of exploration.
And we can't forget Zhangzheng Memorial Hall, CKS Memorial. The changing of the guard ceremony is so precise. It happens every hour, right?
Yeah, on the dot. The way they move is almost robotic in a cool way. And the square itself is huge. It's a major spot for festivals and even protests. It's a place where history and modern democracy meet.
It really is. Well, Alex, I think we've given everyone enough information to plan a month-long trip, let alone a 2 5-minute podcast.
Laughs true. But that's Taipei for you. It's a city of layers. You have to keep peeling them back to see what's underneath.
Well said. Honestly, I'm so glad we did this. To our listeners, if you have a favorite spot in Taipei we didn't mention, let us know. Or if you tried the adult pudding and loved it or hated it, tell us.
Definitely. We love hearing from you guys. It helps us keep the conversation going. So, until next time, keep your English sharp and your appetite ready.
Bye-bye.
See ya.